Gatchels, this is a little present from the Parks family to yours for the thanks for everything that you did for us while we were over there. If you can't guess already, this is Mom and me on the way from Paris to Belgium to your house. We were a little tired. Boy, were we glad to see you guys. Almost didn't even recognize the way you changed so much.
À l'intérieur se trouve un mini combe en Italie, c'est-à-dire une sculpture en marbre blanc créée par Michel-Ange.
Recognize this boat ride? This was a real treat of ours in all of Europe, our favorite little town of Bruges.
Welcome you aboard. Here, just in front of you, you can now visit the tower of the Our Lady Church. This tower is 122 meters high, and with this highness, it is the highest in the world, who is completely built out of bricks. At the inside, the church has been built in the 13th century. You will find an icon out of Italy, namely a statue built by Michelangelo, and representing a Madonna with child. This is the St. Bonifacius Bridge from 1910. In the Dark Ages, it was a kind of how can I say, a place where people who passed had to pay a right to pass.
Verstaat iedereen mee goed? Ja? Est-ce que tout le monde me comprend bien?
Oui.
Does everybody understand me? Okay.
Look at that.
Het Sint-Jans Hospitaal uit de 12e eeuw.
We'll never forget that great meal that we had of the Belgian waffles with food on it, and our very first bottle of water, paid for bottled water in Europe. This is the first of many.
Het Sint-Jans Hospitaal dus net. From 1776, it forms the entrance to the big arch at your right from 13th century. It's certainly worth visiting it. It's one of the most beautiful, picturesque and romantic places in our town. So the big arch here at your right, donc le big arch ici sur la droite, en degene of dus hier rechts.
You surely don't forget the Beguinage. That was Vance's and my highlight in Bruges.
Hier recht voor u is het op de drie boogjes het Sashuis, dus uit 1895. Ze vangt een grens tussen de rijtjes hier in Brugse en het Minnewater dat er zich in het echte bevindt. Het Minnewater is de Brugse voorgaande tot en met de 15e eeuw. Een kleine legende vertelt dat wanneer u op middernacht naar toe gaat en u gooit er een goldstukken, dan gaan al uw liefdeswensen in vervulling. Ik wens u het beste voor vanavond. Ici, devant vous, reposant sur les trois arcades, la petite maisonnette de l'Éclusier. Il s'agit d'une maisonnette qui a été restaurée en 1895. Elle forme la barrière entre les canaux ici à Bruges et le lac d'Amour qui s'y trouve derrière. Le lac d'Amour était auparavant l'avant-port bourgeois. Une petite légende sur ce lac d'Amour raconte que quand vous y allez à minuit et vous y jetez une pièce d'argent, alors tous vos vœux d'amour deviennent vérité. Alors je vous souhaite beaucoup de succès ce soir, mais attention, je ne suis pas responsable pour la suite. Here, just in front of you, on the three arcades, a small gatekeeper's house dating 1895. It has been restored in 1895. It forms a bridge between the channels here and the Lake of Love just after it. This Lake of Love is the former port of our city and developed in the 15th century. A small legend about it tells you when you go there at midnight that you throw a coin in the water, that all your love wishes will become true. So I only can you wish much success tonight, but look out, à gothique dans le monde entier. Il s'agit de la petite fenêtre que vous trouvez au-dessus du pont sur la gauche, sur le bâtiment. Vous voyez à partir d'ici. The smallest Gothic window in the world, here just in front of you on the building on your left. Can you see it? Est-ce que vous le voyez? Kunt u het zien? The front door forms the entrance to the Schillinger Museum, a world-famous museum for Flemish primitive artist painting. It has been built at 3 centuries time, from 13th to 15th century. And inside there are 47 bells with a total weight of 26 tons. The belfry is 84 meters high and counts 366 steps. The belfry was in fact the symbol of the liberty of the city. Donc le 1 défend dans l'île flamande toujours été symbole de liberté de la ville. De belfry tussen ons gelukt weet is altijd een symbool geweest van de vrijheid van een stad ten opzichte van haar heersers. Bridge dating 14th century. It is immediately followed by the fourth bridge from 17th century. This gives you the possibility to compare.
One of our first disasters of Belgium, of all of Europe, was here in Belgium, where I took lots of nice pictures with my camera, but failed to note that it had no film in it. Also, this is the place that we enjoyed that great underground parking, but I lost the map that I replaced. Gee, I think we shopped all over Ghent for a replacement, but didn't get it until later on in our vacation.
On a commencé cela à la Renaissance, continué avec les baroques et même le romantisme. C'est bizarre, mais à mon avis, ils sont architecture de Berlin van boven. Le bâtiment, sur la droite avec le balcon rouge, a eu un prix architectural pour ce qui en est l'intégration du moderne dans une ancienne ville. C'était aussi la girouette sur le toit de symbole d'architecture. Pour les francophones, d'ailleurs, ce bâtiment était totalement décrit dans deux vues, c'est-à-dire maison et villa, et art et décoration. The building at your right is, with a red balcony, has gotten first place architecture for the integration of a modern building in an old city. Now, it is also the red painted top of its symbol for architecture. The house has been described in two very famous in-house, indoor architecture magazines, French magazines. At this moment, we are in the old port of the city. I must say that the bridge here above you did not exist at that time. Its early days, 1910. But to prove that this is the old port is that the building here just in front of you with a small but beautiful tower. It is called the lodge or the house of the citizens. It was a place indeed where the citizens came together to make trade and economy. A kind of Wall Street of our literature. Nowadays it's a state arcade. Also here just in front of you, the statue of Jan van Eyck, one of the most famous Flemish primitive artist painters. Donc ici, on trouve la statue de Jan van Eyck, un des plus grands peintres de l'école primitive flamande. Son chef-d'œuvre d'agneau mystique se trouve dans la cathédrale Saint-Bavon à Gand. Ook hier ligt voor u het standbeeld van Jan van Eyck. Dus hier bent u bien typique dans cette ville sont ce qu'on appelle les petites maisonnettes de Dieu. Petites maisonnettes construites par les personnes riches ou par l'église en faveur des personnes pauvres d'un certain âge. Une des plus belles maisons de ce genre est certainement la maison du Pélican qui se trouve ici sur la gauche. La petite maisonnette à la porte rouge de numéro 8. C'était aussi le Pélican de mes études et surtout de Tammingen. Je vous remercie davantage et à bientôt. Ladies and gentlemen, here we arrived at the end of our small excursion. I hope you found it very interesting and that you could appreciate a few of my explanations in your proper language. I do thank you for your attention, but please don't forget to tip your guide to put me in the possibility to pay and to finish my studies. Thank you very much and bye-bye.
Fence, and they're trees that are trained, and then they go across, and you do find them in Belgium. They're in Brussels, they're here, you find them all over Belgium, but I've never seen them anywhere else. Very, very rare. I think you're going to No, aren't they excited? Yes, I have a friend in Newport who's doing one. That's her business, and she's doing one in her backyard. Mrs. Parks is making her name. Peters. They have a Jason too. Peters are doing it.
I love this little
bridge. Do you want to walk over a couple times? We just want to ride on the bridge a couple times.
That's the whole bridge. How come that thing is moving like that? It's autofocus. Wow. It's got a telephoto also, like in full. It'd be like one of those things where you have a football game and something gets hit and the thing's going up and down.
Yeah, it will be.
Get all dizzy watching.
We finally got Lee where we want him. And this was the famous church that had the Michelangelo with the Madonna and Child.
I'm really funny to spit on the people going.
Look at this. This is it. Really is. This is exciting. All those beautiful.
Let me get a picture just of you, Jason. Thanks.
Look at the swan just coming down the street. Aww. Boy, you want to get out of the way so you
No, I want you guys in there.
Get in it. Get outside. Oh, look.
You saw you guys. We got it all on video though, folks.
Huh? Come here. What's the bill?
Jason, the altar is really close to you, and there's nobody above it right now. But if you wait another minute, there will be. No, that's the main thing that reached me.
Ready?
We're ready.
Onward. That's the longer hair of them, so
We decided to go home by way of Ghent. Stop and get something to eat. And this is one of the many fast food joints that we made all over Europe. There's the beer, the Evian, the cookies. And remember how long it took Lee to get his hamburger? Something like a half an hour or something.
Who's going to give me a bite of your burger? Thanks.
This was one of the real neat castles. This is the one in Ghent. It's the one that looks, you know, when you picture castles. Mom says this is the Grafenstein's castle. It's the official name, as it stands for the Count's castle.
What is the name of your mother? Oh, you? Why? W. Why? Y. That is for you.
I'm sorry. そうですね、そういえば。I'm very happy. It's nice. はい。いや、嬉しい、この。
Often known as the crown of Europe, this is Brussels Town Square, downtown Brussels. It was late in the day and the sun was behind these buildings, so it's a little difficult to see some of these shots. We're hoping that you guys got a chance to see Vance and Ted, had a chance to see the Janikin Piss. Think we were real lucky to find that. Believe it or not, we don't have any videos or still shots of the mannequin piss. Guess we'll just have to go back again.
This is Rocroi, and Mom and I were talking about later, we were voting what was our most favorite meal, and our wild boar in Rocroi was voted as the best. That was really, really fun. We especially liked the mealtime entertainment. Remember the lady in the background? And also our friend in the restaurant who we didn't even know understood any English and said hello to us on the way out.
We don't have a picture of the infamous paper lady from the street from our restaurant, but we do have snapshots, so be sure and look in the photo album of the infamous trash lady. This is the beginning of our 4 days in London. We were on a bus tour while we were taking this, and it was pretty jumpy. So these are pictures that I took, and most of them are real poor, but they're still kind of fun. Some of the most famous sites in London, including Harrods and Albert Square, Parliament, Westminster Palace, Big Ben.
Water's nasty, got stuff floating all in it.
I don't think even Vance will forget that one. This is the Horse Guards, and this is Whitehall. I'm sure you guys know who lives on this street. I really adored the body. Vance, I'm sure this day was off antique shopping, and Jason and Banks were, I think, probably at the Virgin Megastore. I was off in my own little bit with the camera. That's number 10 Downing Street down there. They're taking Margaret for English muffins, I think. The next block west of Downing Street was the street that the Churchill's cabinet war rooms were. I hope Vance remembers that. That was really a fun afternoon. Sure hope none of these cars run me over. It's Westminster Abbey in the background. I'm standing right across the street from Parliament Square. Westminster Palace and Westminster Hall. And that's St. Margaret's Church, and then Westminster will be in the background. The day we went through the Abbey, Banks did clothes shopping in Harris.
Um eine Sitzung beizuwohnen, das kann ja auch gar nicht. Ach, guck mal, ob das Leni, weißt du, wie du da reinkommst? Du bist da oben.
Là, c'est de la nuit, pour le travail. Là, si vous
museum pub, I think, right across the street from the British Museum. Our hotel was just about a block further down. Never did get a meal in a pub, but we sure did try. This is the square that our little hotel was located at. Quite a nice little square and a great location. Right down the street, I think, was the handicapped taxi driving us quite a place. I'll never forget all those flights of stairs up to the very top for our room. Of course, Banks and Jason had a room close to the door. Remember all the room juggling around that first day? This is one of the most glamorous rooms in London, I'm sure. I know I spent some of the most tired nights of my life right there in that little bed. I did enjoy the view in the back window of the gardens of London. This is the Tower Green in the middle of the London Tower, and that was the Raven Keeper. We're at the Tower of London, and it's July 6th, Yeoman Warder. 1987. The beefeaters are feeding the ravens. That was it. That was his lunch. And can you zoom in on the raven? Those are the Queen's houses that was built during the reign of Henry VIII when he was married to Anne Boleyn, and she was executed right out in front of these. They're going to take their bird back. He's cleaning. He's the bird keeper. And he keeps them combs and he cleans out the bird back. That's to put water in the water. Really? Oh, would you look at that? Yes, he's filling the bucket up with water. Did you get the raven right here?
Look at the raven walk.
Oh, Joseph, you can't get the soul too much.
I am, I just got it.
And the beefeater is filling up the bucket. Here he comes with the water. This is the view of the Tower Bridge, the catwalk across the top of the Tower Bridge from inside the Tower of London. It's called the White Tower. It was built around 1900. Around 900, sorry. We really enjoyed our guide. He was a retired Army sergeant, I think Vance asked him.
The walls at the base are 15 feet thick, tapering to 11 feet thick at the top. 4 turrets, 3 square, 1 round. 3 floors and a massive space. When he completed that, he was made Bishop of Rochester, building Rochester Cathedral and Rochester King. There on the top floor lived the kings and queens of this country for over 560 odd years. From William II, that is the first son of William I. He lived there for quite a period and he got killed. The last man to live there, of course, was James I of England, or his other title, James VI of Scotland. King of Scotland before he made him King of England. And if you know anything of English history, he is the only king to be given the sack in this country. He had one habit we did not understand. He carried a handbag at court. Mind, you've been welcome today, especially in Hackney. There on the second floor lived the lords, the ladies, the banqueting room, the council chamber. A beautiful Norman chapel still in use today. There she is looking at a map and it's right behind her. It's not on there. We moved it a long time ago. Third floor was where the soldiers, the servants used to live. The basement, the storeroom, the menials, the kitchen, a room to make control of.
There was so much to see in the tower. We were real lucky that we got a chance to get through the crown jewels before the line formed. Really enjoyed the armor rooms and the heralding rooms. As I recall, it was a pretty warm day this day, and I think the whole time we were in London it was pretty warm. This is the view from the catwalk on the Tower Bridge. There's St. Paul's Cathedral and the HMS Bedford or Belford or something like that. That's the dome of St. Paul's, built by Christopher Wren, along with lots of other church domes in the background. There's Trader's Gate, which is very famous in the Tower of London. Right to the right of this probably is where we had that great little English lunch. This is inside St. Paul's Cathedral, and the music was just glorious. We especially loved the crypt down below, and actually did find Christopher Wren's tomb. In here, Lord Nelson's buried, and Wellington, and I'm sure many, many others. Lady Di and Prince Charles was married in St. Paul's here. From the supreme to the sublime. Really loved our burgers and fries at the Hard Rock.
Wait! Wait!
The London Hard Rock is the original Hard Rock Cafe. We jump right to Hampton Court, which was Cardinal Wolsey's home, and then took over by Henry VIII. This is the clock tower. Very interesting stories about the clock. It tells the tides and the moon and all kinds of stuff.
Here comes a bird. Clock court. I have a court.
I'm wondering, Vance, if you ever read June Osborne's complete book about this that we bought there. I've read most of it, really enjoyed it. She was such a treat.
Stay there, Bank. Go for it.
Dinner time! Come to eat! Your mother loves people and she lives early. This is July 9th, 1987, and we're in Hampton Court, which was Cardinal Wolsey's palace. And he gave it, or King Henry VIII took it from him. Lived here with Anne Boleyn. First, oh, here's Vance.
I'll just follow Vance.
You're in front, Dave. It's just the way.
I'll follow you. Shortcut.
Run up!
Let's see how many people come on. Come on, this is good down here.
Dead end.
Oh, good ways down here.
Dead end. Some way out.
I think that's the way out, down that way.
Right down that way.
I think this is the way in.
film. We are there. No, we haven't been this way. This is taller, look. And then sucked into the depths of the earth.
If you have a fast forward, I highly suggest using it now. We didn't cut any of this video, and I swear it takes a good half hour.
Which way do we go?
No.
We've been down there.
No, we haven't been down. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'll take a left. Oh, 40. No step. I know which way it is. We can just get there. God damn. No, well, this is... Take a right here, Banks, right here.
No way, that's the way.
No, it's not. No, I'm not. No, see, it's this way. No, I'm not. No, see, we turn left here. See, we go through here. I know we do. We haven't gone down here yet. Yeah, this is it. Might be dead end, I don't know. Yeah, this is a good way. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay, this is Toad Hall. Just kidding. Infant court. holding hands, dancing. Stop it! Two perfect strangers out there in the middle of the park. Why aren't they silly? Must be German. She's up with me. Go ahead.
This is Trier, and we're at the Roman ruins.
How did it look? Pretty good?
Didn't spend much time there, anxious to get on to the Rhine River. This was the amphitheater.
You guys want to go? Here they come.
Remember our hotel in Germany? This is Zoom Schwanen. It's the White Swan. Little old tower, tower attached to our inn and hotel.
Get up.
This was the hotel part of the inn.
Hold it up.
There's our own little castle, Marksburg, right above our hotel. It was one of the nicest on the whole river, I thought. This good old Renault, one of the neat cars. It was going up the steps towards our rooms. How the wood was all really nice finished and how really nice and quaint the rooms were. We had our own separate little dens all over the place. There was nobody there. Plenty of living room and here's one of our little hallways just decorated nicely with antiques. This This is our own private TV room. There's our look right into the water wheel, right in the middle of our hotel.
This is the way to Lee and Jason's room.
We had our own little hallway just into our two rooms. There's Lee's room and my room. Had a really nice bathroom, neat cupboard. There's a neat little picture on the wall of our own castle, little painting. These beds were really, really fun. I especially loved those comforters. They're really big and fluffy.
Then we headed up the stairs to our room. Big room, great bathroom with a super bathtub. Hi, Dave.
And there's the whole folks, the whole gang with our own little carpets.
And the wild boar rug, I'll never forget that.
Big comforters.
Remember those windows that opened two ways? You could open them sideways or top down, I don't remember.
There was our own little river outside of the window. Every room was filled with antiques everywhere, stuffed into all little corners. Here's the name of the room, the Gerber Stew. All rooms had their own little names. And Lee's and mine was the Dretch Stew? Dretch Eye Stew.
This is This was our castle, overlooking the Rhine.
That we took our walk to yesterday?
Another castle across the way.
What are you doing?
The yellow one across the way is called Berg Stossenfeld.
This is just so exquisite. I can't. Lee, is that where we ate your dinner? Your birthday dinner last night?
I think this is going to be a real highlight of the walk, because it might be the only one to do.
Working on it now. We've got very much planned in there. They were all there on the relations already. Also, famous witches and magicians plans. And those are the poison plans. So people, they believe the witches, of course, and the witches. There are mostly women who had a lot of knowledge about those poison plants. They make for different ointments from them. And when they use those ointments, they had hallucinations in their head and thought they were flying. Same way like this nowadays truck. In the background, we have the Roman palace. Now, it's typical Rome, and you can still recognize it from the windows, where you used to be windows with white painting. That's not typical Roman, those poles and everything. You must imagine, we're making here a difference between a burg, Marksburg, very old, and a castle. Castles mostly been built in the 19th, 18th century. A burg is a fortress. So here at the most 20 people were living. It's not very much. One would expect more, but only 20 live normally. We're going to the horse stables now. It always happens in different stages. The first stage are these thumb screws. Second stage was a bit worse. It was either the wreck in the mouth, and the second possibility, which is mostly used, is the high puller, which meant that your hands, they were fastened on your back, and then your arms were turned out of socket like this. And down at your feet was also a way, not as much as here. It was mostly just one big stone. Or you didn't confess, and then you were released again. And if you did commit your crime during the torturement, after the torturement you were punished. You can see them over here. These had a several punishments from the Middle Ages, buried alive. Thieves, they were hanged, and poisoners, they were broken upon the wheel, which meant that the wheel was rolling over their body, and finally everything was broken in their body. Now here we've got some spear was put in your mouth like this. The spear was opened, so you couldn't speak, drink, or eat anymore. It is also sometimes used during the torturement, so you couldn't scream too loudly. Finally, this wooden collar over here, and it is only used for women, because it's often said, well, women, they gossip too much. And if some women had gossiped too much, they had to stand on the marketplace again, in front of each other, and they could gossiping all day long, and everybody could see and hear it. So it's again shame punishment, which was very important in the Middle Ages, even much more important than the famous torturement. Okay, let's go to a much more comfortable place, into the wine cellar, straight and downstairs to the right. Community wine press from 1767.
We'll never forget our torturement of the girl.
It's the village down at the only place in the castle where there's enough light. So that's why they set it here very often. And like you can see, the walls are very thick, about 4 meters. Now, of course, there is a reason for it, because they could expect from this side very well the attacking from the enemy. Because on this side, the hill is not as steep as on the other side. So that's why they built for their protection thick walls. The bars, left from the windows everywhere, there still remains at the time it was a state prison. The fireplace over there. You would decide whether you would like to hang your pot like this, or more high. Well, it depends on the fire, of course. Then in the corner we got a fridge from the 19th century. In summer, they took the ice from the Rhine, they kept it down in the wine cellar where it was very cold. In summer, they put the ice in here together with sawdust or straw, so the ice was isolated. And it was a way of preserving the vegetables and the meats. Not for a very long time, just for a few days perhaps, but it was a very simple one. And it's called the Kemenate, and if you translate it, it's something like heated room. This here was the first heated room within the castle. In the corner you can still see the stove. They made the fire outside, and in here it was very comfortable. That's why the doors are very short, not because of the people, but they kept the warmth in here very well. Next to this room we've got the Knight's Hall. Till 1500 it was here one big hall. After 1500 they made this separate room especially for the ladies. Well, this chapel over here is consecrated to the holy man Saint Marcus. Marcus Chapel, and this one is still called here, the Marksburg. This lowest part was already built in the 13th century Roman style, and the roof is built later, in the 14th century, typically Gothic. It's also been built by Count Gatchels, and there in the middle his coat of arms is still left. Then they built on purpose here this chapel, because we've got here still the same side from the kitchen. They could expect very well the attacking. Well, therefore, if we build here a chapel, God will surely protect us against the enemy. And if, however, the enemy did turn up till here, there was another way to fight behind me, a staircase. And it's made, the stairs made through the walls. And if you go upstairs, you notice that these stairs turn into the right like this. It's in every castle the same. Because if you go first and you turn around to defend yourself, you defend yourself so with your right arm. The enemy who comes later must always attack with his left arm. And in the Middle Ages, everyone was, without any exception, right-handed. Because if you're a left hand, your left hand was chopped off. It's how they were in the Middle Ages.
Here we are on this ride from Rudolph back and forth. I think that's Berg Rudolph above Trockenhausen. I think that's Berg Schuneck. I think this is Berg Starlach, the rock. Here we are looking at Oberwiese. This shows some of the train tunnels that we came through on our way on the train down to Rudolph.
We can hear everything you're saying.
And the lovely landscaped hillsides that are straight up all wine vineyards. This is the famous Loreley Rocks with the rapids, the most treacherous part of the river. On the end of this little peninsula is the statue of the Lorelei. It was sculpted just recently by a Russian sculptor of the little towns along the river and all the campgrounds.
Ahead of us on the right is Let's Go Out House, at the foot of Castle, which is one of the most beautifully situated castles in the Rhine Valley. On the other side of the river is the town of St. Goar, with the castle of Rheinfeld towering over it. This was once the most powerful
This is the bird
fortress on the
cats
Rhine,
above St.
and
Gorschen,
today it is the largest castle ruin.
St. Gorschhausen.
Devant nous à droite, St. Gorschhausen.
And that's the famous Lorelei statue. Lorelei statue. That's the ruins of Rheinfeld above St. Goar. And this is the Berg Maus, M-A-U-S, above Wellmeck. This is the castle of the feuding two brothers, Sterenberg and Leiberstein. They lived in castles and feuded and built a wall between the two of them. Finally slew each other in the church right down here below the castles. That's our castle from the north side, Marksburg. The little town below is Braubach, where we spent the one night in Germany. We really enjoyed our Rhine River ride. This is the castle that we took a tour in at the beginning of our day. And that's the boat that we rode on for 3 hours. It was pretty hot. Would have loved to have had a canopy cover, would have made a big difference. We drove home after this. Love the flower gardens, all the roses along the banks. We drove home by way of Aachen and back to Belgium that evening. Speaking of home, this is the best house in all of Europe. That's my room upstairs. This is the front door. That's a gorgeous hostess.
Is it actually going?
And the greatest kitchen.
That's my white enamel collection and my brick enamel collection. And my breadboards you probably want to see up here as well.
The Breadboards. Had some great meals at that table. And there's Silly the goose.
Do you need lights on? This is like the cutest part. There's an adorable old door that opens up, and you can see through to the children where the children play, so that they could always see the children playing in there. Then you have, look in here, out the back, and you have you look out on the back that is fairly private, considering my highway. And this is my door. This is my really nice piece that I got a lot of those. This is cute. I took off this back on the airplane, little English piece. And this armoire, Belgian armoire, so cute, full of wormholes. I love not there, no live worms in it. Ted was quite horrified, but I think it's adorable. I want to do that. A little TV room. Oh no, actually, I'm quite sure Boys of London porch desk will be pretty interested in. I think it's probably too much that
Little stairs. Show them the bathroom, definitely. Are you in the bathroom?
No, would you like me to? Wait a second, I want to show you the tub. This is our famous bottle of Belgian water. I'll give you. Are you taking it now?
Well, that's all of the trip with the Gatchels. The rest of this last little bit is in Paris. And I'm not so sure you all are that interested in it, but we're too lazy to cut it off, so I'll just let it run. Can't possibly thank you enough for such a wonderful, wonderful trip. We'll never forget it our whole life. And sorry if this audio doesn't work out very good, because the way it's set up here, we can't hear the audio when we're dubbing in what we're saying, so it might be dubbing over something that somebody's already talking about. Excuse the amateurishness. It rained almost the whole time we were in Paris. Here we are at Notre Dame. We climbed up to the top and went up to the very top of the tower on the right. In the rain. July 17th. This is Saint-Chapelle, which is King Louis's private cathedral on the Ile de Cite. Most beautiful stained glass I've ever seen. It's called the bird cage. Pretty sure here we are on top of the department store roof of the Saint-Martin, overlooking the Seine and the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe. All the big sights of Paris. It was a great spot to see all of Paris. This is at Versailles in the Hall of Mirrors. Gatchels, if you're by any chance still watching, we took this for TED. This is in a huge room in Versailles, all of paintings of different battles, and this is a very famous painting of the Battle of Rocroi. If you look closely in the top or left-hand portion, you can see the outline of the embattlements of the town that we did visit on, our third day in Europe with Ted and Vance. Here we are at the top of the Eiffel Tower. This was a rainy evening and it was 10 o'clock at night.
So we walk down through here and all the way across, and then we walk back over there, the inside there, and all the way down. I don't know.
We don't know.
You have battery for that somewhere up there. Here's the Arc de Triomphe place.
Yeah, I took a picture of that. That's the bird. Well, you got change or not? I'm waiting for him to change. Second level?
No.
First level?
We spent a whole day in the chateau country below Paris, and our first chateau that we visited was Amboise. Or Amboise, as I heard some people pronounce it. This is Michelangelo's tomb. I'm sorry, no. Leonardo da Vinci's tomb.
this?
What's that? It's just not focusing. Is there a magnifying?
Yeah, no, nada.
So just here you see Ford was here for 4 years, from 1848 to 1852. It means that the palace was used also as a prison.
Jake.
Jason.
Another bird.
Because what Napoleon found himself, so he decided to be off. Remember what I told you about the construction of the palace? That first there was a fortified water mill, which was destroyed, and it remains only the round tower, which is just there on the left. Then first palace was built by Thomas Boyer and his wife, the tax collector, just in between the round towers here on the left. Then Diana of Poitiers decided to build the bridge over the Cher River, just the bridge with the arcade. And Catherine of Medici decided to build a double gallery over the bridge. So the 3 periods of construction. Do you remember the name of the river?
Oh no, Cher.
You just drank water, and the others, I don't know. That's the Cher. And then the garden which is behind you are the gardens of Catherine. Gardens of Catherine of Medici. As when we'll enter the palace, you will see on the other side are the gardens of Diana. And when Catherine of Medici came here, she also wanted to have her own garden. That was easy. Bene, allora. Allora, ricordate, vi ho detto, il mino fortificato che è stato distrutto, rimane la torre rotonda qui, poi Tommaso Boyer e la moglie hanno costruito il primo castello alla parte sinistra, qui tra le torri rotonde. Diana di Poitiers ha costruito il ponte, di questo intanto la parte sopra il fiume.
Aspetta quando si sposta questo. Ancora?
mind-boggling? Oh, good God.
Nice shady place on a hot day. Yes. The colors are so...
Faut faire le demi-tour. Hein?
And just at the beginning of the 17th century, at the time of King Louis XIII, and it was also built for the government. The Count the family of Cheverny still live inside, so Cheverny is privately owned and inhabited. And then, you know, Cheverny is also well known for its pack of dogs. There are about 60, 70 dogs, and with them they organize hunting parties twice a week during the hunting season. So that's it. Father. Donc on peut avoir... Cheverny. That's the chateau of Cheverny, and further ahead.
On the course of the Loire River. So he wanted to have the water of the Loire River passing just at the foot of his palace. But you know the Loire River is too far from here. So the water was coming from a small tributary which passes just here in the park. And then nowadays it remains just the upper part of the palace. Then maybe you noticed as you were arriving, you saw that there were the two levels and the roofs everywhere, but that's just on the upper part and here. And on this side, this was never completed. There should have been the two levels and the roofs everywhere. It was never completed. They needed about 20 years in order to build the palace, just 20 years. At the time of Francis I, I told you it's the biggest one, 440 roofs, 365 fireplaces, and 74 staircases. Francis I wanted to have this palace. In fact, he never lived here, or
This is Chambord Chateau in the Loire Valley in France. And it's July 21st, Tuesday.
This was in the vineyard. Le mec qui a encore eu du coup, il y avait on an artificial island in the center of the Loire River. And you know there are 23 nuclear power plants in France. Ah, pardon, un plus le... E dunque spero che la gita vi sia piaciuta, diciamo siamo anche stati abbastanza fortunati col tempo. Dunque arrivederci, vi auguro un buon soggiorno nella capitale e attenti prima di scendere di non dimenticare niente a bordo. Grazie. Si, elle est propre. Ah, c'est pour ça que j'ai dit il est tout propre en plus. Attenta. Ah. Oh, it depends. It's coming back every year. Oh, really? It remains here for a few months, then goes for 1 month, and then come back for a few months. Plus précis que ça.
C'è giù un traverso, se lui dai, il attraverso.
Et de chien.
Ah oui.
Normalement, faut pas les laisser par la fenêtre parce qu'ils se prennent des trucs dans les yeux. Mais il est mignon. C'est un peu ça. Oh, le petit du tout à l'heure, qu'est-ce qu'il dit?
Oui, mais après, quand
Some of the stairway going up too.
Yeah?
All right, come on down.
Howdy, Gatchels. This is a little bodyboarding that we've taken over the summer and decided to throw some of it on the end of the tape just so you guys can watch whenever you'd like. There's kind of a lot on here, so you can fast forward through whatever you want. This is at our local break at Carlsbad. There's a bunch of my friends in here. There's me, James Heritage, Jason Broom, and Adam Jester, and Sean Donnelly. This is James Heritage right there. That maneuver right there is called an El Rolo. That's where you go in the tube and spin around. He is a AAA rider right now, soon to be pro. He's advanced quite a bit. All of this is pretty old footage. It's many months old, and so we've all gotten much better since then. But I just wanted to give you a little taste of what we do. This is Sean Donnelly. It's called drop knee maneuver right there. It's where you have one knee up and one knee down. Then there's stand up, where you get up onto both feet up. This is me right now doing drop knee. One knee up, one knee down. That's James doing drop knee. Okay, that maneuver right there is called a belly spin. James is doing 3 belly spins in a row. It's where you spin your board all the way around by dragging your hand. This wave right here, this maneuver is called a tube ride. It's when you get in the barrel of the wave. This maneuver right here is called a drop knee El Rolo. It's when you're on drop knee and then you pull an El Rolo by spinning the board around while you're on your drop knee. That was a little stand-up by me. That was when I was first learning how to do stand-up.
Her eyes were blue. Chief Lolani was her name. She had her young men made a handsome too. The lover told them both apart again.
of any accidents because the boards are so soft. Even when it's that crowded, it still is a lot of fun and safe. Gatchels is at another break. This is at Oceanside Harbor. That's right there, that way. It's called an aerial maneuver. So when you get your board, this aerial gets air. So at the Oceanside Harbor is near the north jetty. When a sway to right, a swell forms and a little wedge peak forms that breaks off the jetty. That maneuver right there is one of the most difficult maneuvers. It's called a drop roll backside. That's when you're on your drop. You perform a drop roll up and it backwards to the way. It's very, very difficult. This maneuver right here coming up is called a floater by me. Right here. It's when you float up onto the whitewash. This is back at our local break in Carlsbad. Board and the body gets out of the water. And you come back and land it into the wave.
So this is the World Championship bodyboarding at Hawaii. So the World Championship bodyboarders right here. Once in a lifetime, something happens no one understands. Turns the whole world inside out, turns the water into grains and sand. Who in the world would ever guess that something wasn't right? Who can explain when the sun comes up in the middle of the winter night? I'm burning now, baby. I'm burning now, baby, baby, please. Who would have guessed that when I set eyes upon your face, history would be written or arranged and nothing would ever be the same? Who would believe that in my heart is a piece of burning coal?
It sounds good. That was a good one.
Dad probably.
Yeah, like it. Finally does smell like it. Then I'll bring it on.
Okay.
Kyle's good at that. What?
Do an airwalk.
That's right. Ooh, that was good.
Get a little down on me.